All right, let's talk about something that I know keeps a lot of us in learning and development up at night. Creating self-paced programs that people don't just start, but that they actually finish and get value from. We're going to dive into a framework that really, truly works.
Okay, before we really dive in, just a quick heads up. Everything we're covering today comes directly from Chapter 8 of a fantastic tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC. We're focusing specifically on their framework, so all credit goes to them for these insights.
So let's just get real for a second. Have you ever poured your heart and soul into a beautiful, comprehensive, self-paced training program, only to check the analytics a few weeks later and see that engagement has just, completely flatlined? Sound familiar? Yeah, it's super frustrating, but it happens all the time. The real question is, why? Well, the numbers here are kind of brutal. When you don't design these programs in a very specific way, completion rates often drop below 30%. Think about that. That means for every 10 people who start, 7 of them just disappear. All that effort, that budget, that time, poof. This right here is the problem we're here to solve today. So how do we fight back against this? How do we beat that 30% number? It's not about just throwing more content online. You need a whole philosophy behind it. The source material outlines 4 core principles that are, and I mean this, absolutely essential to get right from the very beginning. And those pillars are microlearning, application, visibility, and social. Now look, these aren't just buzzwords or little tactics to try. This is the bedrock, the foundational mindset you've got to have to make this work. So let's break down what each of these actually means in practice. Okay, first up, microlearning. This is all about ditching those monster, hour-long training sessions. Instead, you break everything down into these small, focused 10 to 15-minute chunks that teach one and only one specific skill. And why does this work? It's simple. It makes learning feel achievable. It's something people can actually squeeze into their crazy busy day. All right, number 2, immediate application. Adult learners have zero patience for theory. They need to know what's in it for me right now. So every single one of those micromodules needs to end with a direct challenge, a call to action. Something like, okay, now go use this exact technique in the next email you write. It builds that immediate bridge from learning something to actually doing something. Next up, we've got visibility. A lot of people think, oh, let's just add some badges and points. Gamification, right? But what the research actually shows is that something much simpler is way more powerful. Just making progress tangible. Clear, simple visuals that show, here's what you've done, here are the skill you've earned, and here's what's next. Seeing that path forward is incredibly motivating. And our 4th and final principle is social learning. This one is huge. Self-paced should not mean alone. Even if people are learning on their own schedule, you can build in things like discussion forums or have them do peer reviews of each other's work. When you combine that flexibility of going at your own pace with the power of human connection, the results are just so much better. Okay, so we've got our 4 principles, that's our foundation. Now we can start actually building the curriculum on top of it. And this is crucial. We're not just creating a library of random videos. We're designing a journey, a clear, structured path that takes people from I have no idea all the way to I'm the expert on this. Here's what that path can look like. A really solid journey starts with a beginner track. Everybody has to do this, it's the core stuff. Then you move on to an intermediate track for the more complex skills. And for your real go-getters, you have an advanced track to turn them into internal champions. And you don't stop there. You can add on specialized elective topics and, of course, a plan for continuous learning to keep everyone's skills sharp. It creates a really clear roadmap. All right, so we've got our philosophy, we've got our structure, but now we come back to the big, scary problem we started with. How do we make sure people actually do it? We need to build what you could call an engagement engine to power them through to the finish line. The magic word here is accountability. So how do you build it in? Well, you can try forming small learning cohorts, little groups that check in on each other. You got to get managers involved, give them updates on their team's progress. You can tie completion to actual rewards or recognition. And hey, this one's huge. Actually work with managers to block out protected learning time on people's calendars. But accountability is only half the battle. The other half, just making it easy for people. You have to remove every little piece of friction you can. Can they access it on their phone? Can they bookmark where they left off and easily pick it back up later? Is there an offline option for commuters? Do they know exactly how long a module will take before they start? These small things make a gigantic difference. And wow, check this out. This chart right here shows you the single most important factor in whether someone will finish or not. And it all comes down to one thing: momentum. Get this. Learners who complete their very first module within 48 hours of enrolling have an 84% overall completion rate. But if they wait, that number plummets down to just 31%. That initial push, it's literally everything. But hold on. Let's not get too caught up in completion rates, because just checking a box isn't the point, right? The real question is, did they actually learn anything? Can they do the thing we train them to do? So the final piece of this whole puzzle is having a solid system to validate that real-world skills have been built.
So a really strong assessment strategy isn't just one big test at the end. It's multi-layered. Sure, you start with little knowledge checks in each module, but then you need to see them actually demonstrate the skill. And the real gold standard, have them submit actual examples of how they applied the skill in their real work. You can add in peer reviews, maybe an optional final certification, and suddenly you're measuring true competence, not just memory. So that brings us to the big question I want to leave you with. As you go back and look at your own self-paced programs, ask yourself this: are they just designed to get a completion checkmark, or are they truly engineered from the ground up to build and prove real, lasting competence? Because there's a world of difference. Thanks so much for tuning in.